All right, so there you go. This is National Counselors Week. So if you end up talking with Miss Honey, you know, wish her a happy counselor week. Just tell her you appreciate her. Just tell her you appreciate her. She's still scheduling appointments for anyone. If you have not met with her about your schedule for next year, but most of you guys are seniors. There's a few of you that's not. If you're not a senior and haven't met with her, you need to make sure and schedule an appointment real soon because that's how scheduling is being done this year is through the counselors. You're not going to go online and fill it out like we have in previous years. It's totally different. So if you are not a senior, you need to make sure you are scheduling an appointment with Miss Honey. So, all right. What do we got? Two people missing here. Hope they make it in. They better hurry. Class ain't going to last that long today. We have a very, very short class today. I'll throw this out there just to get you started this morning. Just a little something fun. Let me put this up. On a scale of cheeseburger, how you feeling today? There you go. You can put that in the chat. You got a choice of 1 to 4. That is one of the fattest cheeseburgers I've seen on number 2. Look at that. That meat's almost as tall as the bun there. That's a lot of beef there. It's a lot of beef. A lot of 2s, 3s, and 4s. Nobody's quite a big number 1 stacked burger, but yeah, it's still early in the day. I'm not even a number 1 this morning. And I'm in the 2 and 3 range. I'm with most of you guys. Chloe's a little bit of a flattened burger number 4 there, but that's okay. That's okay. Some mornings we just start out that way. Hopefully we can work towards being a number 1 cheeseburger. But well. All right, let's look at this week. Okay, this is first hour. Here we go. Let's see what this week holds for us. Go to the grade screen as usual. And look, well, we have no lessons this week. We have a practice test and the Module 5 test, parts 1 and 2. So let's take a look at this. The practice test 5.09. See how many questions we got today. Oh, activities. There we go. So there's a practice test for you so you can kind of get a feel on are you ready for the test. So don't wait till the end of the week to take the practice test. Take it early in the week so you know what to study. That's why you have a practice test to help you. Okay, so this is all about sequences and series. So what's the 30th term of this series? Let's see, sequences, arithmetic, geometric, should have all of this. How many is on the practice? I will look. I should have a video of me taking the practice test I can post to Google Classroom. If I don't, it'll be the end of the week before I can get that. I'll talk about that in a moment. But I guess that's a -1/2. The negative's down with the 2. But anyway, 32 questions on the practice test, which is a lot because they want to make sure you have a good chance to test every area because you don't know what's going to be on the test necessarily. 32 questions. And it's just a practice test. So if you bomb it, no one cares. It doesn't count towards your semester grade. The only thing you would care about is, I bombed it. That means I'm not ready for the test because the test will count towards your semester grade. So if you don't do well, look at what you missed. Go back and review that area. If you can do arithmetic sequences but can't do geometric sequences, you know what you need to go back and study. So, practice test. Take the practice test. See what you need to study from the practice test. Then move on to the test. And look, you have to complete the practice test before you can take the test. So here, I'll bite the bullet for you here. I'll answer 30th term of this sequence. Well, you can kind of right off the bat see it's all odd numbers, so we can throw 60 and 62 right out the window. So I'm going to guess it's 61 and just turn this in. Oh, I didn't hit next. I'll turn this in so we can look at the test. I know I haven't answered 31 questions, but that question's right. Look, there's 61. I just made a kind of an instinctive guess based on, I know it had to be an odd number, so it could only be 59 or 61. So you can use your math instincts sometimes. All right, let's look at the test. 24th term of the arithmetic sequence. All right. What's the domain? All right. Just 9 questions on the multiple choice portion. Just 9. All right. So it's the practice test a lot longer because it wants to check all the areas you don't know. This is going to randomly choose 9 questions for you. It's not all going to be the same. Your questions won't necessarily be the same ones I have, but it'll randomly choose 9 questions. So 9 questions on the multiple choice portion. And then, yes, I know I haven't finished it. And let's look at part 2. You get 2 tips on this. Oh, look at that. I already said, let me jump out of here real quick. 2 tips. I don't normally give 2 tips on a test right off the bat, but if you do it the first time and think you bombed it, you can. There is a retake built into this for the open response portion. Let's see. This is a looks like arithmetic series. Oh, a sequence. So this is a concert in a local park. We're trying to set up seats for that. Every row has 4 more seats than the row in front of it. First row can only have 10 seats due to the space. So that helps you. So you have to show your work. These are always show your work. That's why they give you this big space. Show your work. Number 2, number 3, 4. 4 questions. This is a money problem down here, it looks like. So explain what the new, this is, you have to explain what the new function means. You don't even have to do any math on this bottom one. Here's the new function. What does that mean? So if you understand what the functions are doing, this is a show your work. Explain to James. So this, you got to explain how you can do something. You can do that with words or by showing how to do it mathematically. All right, now let me tell you about how part 2 really helps you. The show your work portion. On the first part, it's 9 multiple choice questions. You get it right or you don't get it right. You get all the points for that question. You get no points for that question. On the show your work portion, they're each worth 10 points. It's not 10 or 0. If you show your work and you come up with an answer and it's like, well, that answer is totally wrong, I don't give you 0 points. I look at your work and say, okay, well, how much of this did you do right? How much of this makes sense before you made a mistake somewhere and end up with the wrong answer? And maybe you'll get 6 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, but anything is better than just 10 or 0. So definitely you want to show whatever work you can put out there. Whatever, if you're lost and can't really figure out how to do that problem, of course, pull out your notes because you can use your notes for all of this. Hopefully you've got examples written down. You've got notes on these formulas. You need that arithmetic sequence, arithmetic series, geometric sequence and series, those formulas that we did in class. If you didn't write those down, go back and write them down now and use those notes. But you could, maybe you use the formula in there and you calculated wrong, and that's why you got a wrong answer. Well, I can say, well, you used the right formula. You're doing right. You just made one small math error here. You're going to get almost all the points. Got the wrong answer, so I ain't giving you 10 points. Can't have 10 points for a wrong answer. But you might get 8 or 9 points if you did everything, used the right formula and everything, and you just made a math error in there. Okay, just a math error. 9 out of 10. You just made a simple mistake. You did 8 times 6, and you said it was 54. And that's the only thing you messed up. But you knew what you were doing. I could see I see you start with the right formula. So at least put the formula down that you're using or something and get some points on that. So don't be afraid of the part 2. That's where it can really help you because, 40 points or 0 points. No, there's a lot in between there that you can get some points in there. So on any question, even if you can't figure out exactly how to do it, put down what you can figure out. Put some stuff down on there so I can give you some credit. All right, some credit. Don't just skip it and leave it blank because then it's 0 points. You do that on one question, the best you can do is a 75 because 75%. I mean, not 30 out of 40, 75%. So you want to get some points on every problem and hopefully all the points. But use your notes. Definitely use your notes and make sure that you get some formulas down and using that and be able to do that. So yeah, use your notes on all this. That's all we have this week. We just have the practice test for you to figure out what you need to study before you take the test and the test. So don't wait till Sunday to take the practice test. This is an A-Day Friday. So that way we'll meet on Friday for anyone whose grades is below 70 or anyone who's struggling with anything and needs some help. I will not be here on Wednesday. Wednesday's an A-Day, of course, every week. I will not be here. The state bowling tournament is in Cabot on Wednesday. I'll be leaving tomorrow sometime and be gone all day Wednesday, getting home like 10 or 11 o'clock at night from Cabot after the whole bowling thing is over. So if you need anything like between now and Wednesday, you'll have to email and I'll try and find some time to check emails, but it's going to be real busy with the whole tournament all day. So no class on Wednesday. I'll try and send out an email reminder just so you can check your email and go, oh, that's right, no class. So don't send me a bunch of emails Wednesday morning. Mr. Buck, we having class today? No, because I'm telling you now you're not, and I'll send you a reminder email. All right, guys, unless you have any questions, I'm done. That's it. There's nothing to learn this week because you've already got all the information you need. So have a great week. Do well in the test. Put down everything you know so I can give you some credit if you can't get all the credit. And we'll see you next week or Friday.